Matelong ba sangirin na tamo yate benete kutsoyam kwakwama sosiam titikaiki.
Wait, na kwang talang vasingiri hinatamo yate penitukutsuyam aspolium asosium titukaiki.
Nagkwento lang ba singir hinatamayat good morning, Bobcats.
All right, good morning. It is our Thursday morning, and we are here on Bobcat News Live. We had Mr. Andreas, sixth grader, do our announcements, and he described that courage is choosing what is helpful, right, and kind, even when it's hard and scary. He said he was courageous this week about his testing because he was unsure about himself and unsure about what he knew, but he just knew that he had to do it anyway. So he was our example of showing courage this morning. What do we have today?
Today is National Siblings Day.
Siblings Day. I think we all have siblings, right?
Yeah.
Siblings have siblings. Miss
Are we
has
all the
siblings.
middle child?
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. That's why we're on news, all seeking out attention.
Attention.
Yep.
Because we just didn't get enough.
Because we were all deprived as kids. It's really true for Val. That's why she's really laughing. She's getting an aha moment.
Poor me. It's just funny because we connect in different ways, and little do we know.
We're all middle children. Yeah.
One day we all dressed alike.
Me and Miss Bean did. I don't know about. Yeah, I guess we're kind of half. Was that green, Miss Bean? Is that green?
Oh, it's like gray.
Gray, or
It just
kind of like
looks
the
green.
green gray.
I think you guys are wearing the same clothes as Monday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? We were all wearing that color. It's just
Yeah.
I got the black.
Yep. I don't know how you guys do your clothes, but
Something else.
I do. Talking about siblings, I don't know if my siblings do their clothes this way, but I want to be fair about giving my clothes the attention, so I make sure that they all go in order. So I wear everything, and then I just pick from a certain spot so that they all go in order, like almost every day.
You make
Don't
it.
leave it. Go ahead, Miss B. What? I make it what?
You probably do the same thing with your daughters and give them a different amount of attention, but equal time. That's what you're
No.
talking about.
Just my clothes.
Oh no.
And today's also National Safety Pin Day.
National Safety Pin Day. This is an essential ingredient. If you got a Hopi man in your life, just give him some safety pins. Yeah, it's essential ingredient for all Hopi men to carry in their little tackle box of stuff. Safety pins. And if you get sewers like Miss Thomas, you have safety pins all over the house, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. The sewers, the seamstresses. All right, so shout out your siblings today. I'll make sure I give a text message to my siblings today, and make sure you guys do it to Kurt, Ashki, Boss, and then Jennifer, and I can't remember your older sister's name. To Duke, and what's the other sister's name? The older one? Barbara. Okay. Yeah. So I know all your siblings.
That picture looks like Casey. That's what I was thinking when I first
It
saw
is
it.
Casey.
It does look like Casey.
It's his older brother. Casey was just a young boy yet. That's his older brother and his older sister.
Is he the oldest? You know?
Casey, I think he is. Yeah, I know he has a little brother.
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 That does look like Casey.
I think his little brother.
All right. Well, speaking of jokes, Mr. Andreas said, "Did you want to hear a joke about paper?" I said, "Sure." He said, "It's terrible. Terrible. Paper, get it?" That was his joke this morning. It's terrible. Bobcat weather itam hinta lang na ikihin po nila.
Ike hinsoni wa ike hapitaviuta.
Yeah, way. Kuang ko
Oh, we happy.
itam hakam kalawasa.
Itampo kiwamoya angkalawa sa pahangkwa April.
Alright, itam pa nales the tika wiskat FF pahankwa Thursday. Today is April 10, 2025. Itam umahita aaw na yan eh.
O itam umahita na yan eh. Takot hoy mo ito kay sikis fam. Itam happy Thursday anya. 3 bus run AM and PM. Wilkavomi Friday 3 bus run AM and 2 bus run PM. We are continuing our PARCC testing. So good luck to our 3rd through 6th graders. PAC meeting was last evening, so thank you everyone who was able to join us yesterday evening. We also had our Principal 3 with a proposed 4-day calendar survey that they were conducting. So thank you for filling out your surveys last evening and joining us. We do have parent incentives that are awaiting to be picked up by parents. So if you have not received them, go see Ms. Omakima in the front office. And if your child is absent for a day, please contact the school, 737-2571, option 2. And again, a reminder, 7:50 is the drop-off time for students. We do have our College and Career Day on April 25th. There is a QR code and link if you would like to join us in registering your organization. We also have our Candyland Family Spring Dance, which will be held on April 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. We are calling for volunteers to help set up and decorate. On Wednesday, April 16th, we'll be starting to decorate at 2:30 to 7, and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. And we are also seeking for some donations to be for the refreshment food. So kindergarten, we are asking donations of water or fruit juice pouches. First grade finger foods, second grade desserts, third grade veggie tray, fourth grade desserts, fifth grade finger foods, and sixth grade chips and dip. Also, each student will receive 1 ticket for the dance. A family will receive 2 complimentary adult tickets, and we are asking additional guests to be to pay for a ticket at the price of $10. And also remember, students are not to be dropped off; they must be accompanied by an adult during the dance. Also, donations can be dropped off at the front office. There'll be a signage sheet. Make sure you sign the form, or make sure your child's name is on your donation so they can be credited for some SIVA points. And I think that's it by us.
What kind of dance are they gonna play? Dance music.
It's going to be a DJ dance.
DJ, so all kinds of music.
So all kinds of music.
Chicken scratch, country, oldies, hip hop. What do you call that? The Cupid shuffle.
Yeah, cha-cha slide.
Cha-cha slide.
Cocomelon.
All right. And just to reiterate, the 2025 College and Career Fair is April 24th from 9 to 2 p.m. We are looking and searching far and wide, calling as many organizations as we can to invite them to our College Career Fair. So if we haven't called you, give us a call here at the school, let us know, and we can send you the invitation to be a part of it. It is a really nice time, and I'm sure the students will love and appreciate seeing all your faces here to encourage them or inspire them on different careers to look forward to in their futures. And we're also looking for parent volunteers. So again, this is to host some booths, some tables. You don't have to do much talking. It's just the activity will be laid out on the table, and all you got to do is just kind of be there to help students as they engage with the activities at each of the table. If you have any questions, you can give us a call here, and we will help you register.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Going back to the volunteers. So last night during during the PAC meeting, we had a parent who was unable to get into the QR code with her phone. It wasn't compatible, and she didn't see the links. So therefore, if you run into that situation, don't hesitate but call and let us know that you are interested in volunteering. And for that parent, I will let Ms. Bean and Mr. Adams know so we can add you to the listing. So again, if you have any questions, let us know and we can help you. So.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Kuya Mayao, we are in our second week. As you can see, last day of PARCC testing. There will be makeup testing next week for any students who missed. And tomorrow we'll have our 4th grade field trip. We'll be heading out for the 11th. Bobcat birthday, Saki mo iti pite.
We have one Bobcat birthday today. Happy birthday to Miss Huma in 5th grade. Hope you have a great day, Miss Huma. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Miss Huma. This picture's a little too pretty for Miss Huma's birthday.
No.
It's perfect. Happy birthday, Miss Huma. May your feathers fly much goodness on you. Your parrot feathers.
She's still molting. I didn't see no feathers on her.
Sure. She's the beautiful parrot that flies around Second Mesa Day School along with Miss Kotsusilma.
Both of them still molting. Remember those parrots? They pull out their own feathers, and that's usually how they're doing, like this way. Their own style of molting. Miss Huma, Miss Q is right here in the middle. Just always pulling at that one. Those hairs. Their feathers growing right there.
Taking off your
All right, show and tell. We got some show and tell this morning from a pretty cool looking trip. We'll check it out. All right, what are we looking at, Ms. Thomas?
So our GATE students went on a field trip last week, Friday and Saturday. We left from here at 6. We ended up at the stopped at In-N-Out for lunch, and then we went right over to the Arizona Science Center, where students were able to go through all 4 floors and do all different kinds of hands-on stuff. So we had 12 students, I think, and we had different, they were just trying out different things. We have Helena, and then looking at the body, it shows a diagram on there, like a visual of what your intestines, your insides. Mr. Lomayas too was checking how fast his heart is beating. That drum actually, pounds when it senses how fast your heart's beating. And then they had a treat at the end. They purchased some cool looking, what do you call that?
Cotton candy.
Oh, we cotton candy. They're pretty neat. Different shapes that they were able to purchase. So we have the group here that was taken. We had a group picture taken at the entrance of the museum. So it was pretty neat. Then that evening we went over to Medieval Times for dinner. So that's a good picture of them in front of the castle. And we went in, to our surprise, we seen tons and tons of people. We were like literally right next to each other's. Second Mesa Day School was a part of the yellow team, so therefore we're wearing yellow crowns, and everybody else was separated into different colors of teams. So at the bottom here, our knight was the yellow, so that's where we were cheering him on. And it was so cool because the kids were able to yell while we were eating and scream and, oh my goodness, booing. So it was just like a big old giant pep rally going on in there. Our knights were playing games, and they were having a little, their little fight with different colors. at the end we came out. It was by the time we got out of the arena, the crowd had cleared up, and so they were able to purchase a lot of souvenirs there. So that was that. Swords and oh my gosh, you name it, they were purchasing. Then here they decided to test out their skills, so they had a little sword fight, and even Mr. Lamayas too gave in and bought himself. He said it was for his grandson a sword, but I think it was for him. So he broke it out and he was fighting with the kids in there too, or they were all fighting. The next day had breakfast, and then we went to iFly where we were able to bring up our courage. We were able to fly into that tube right there. There's a gentleman showing us different tricks on how to what he does as a when he's skydiving. So we suited up into the gear that we're wearing, the red gear, goggles and a hairnet, and then helmets. So everybody took off their shoes, got ready to go into the tube itself. And so different pictures here. We had a lot of we had to go through our class first to show us the correct way of how we should hold our bodies. We went through that first, and then we were able to suit up, and then we actually, waited our turn to go into the tube. We were I will share the videos, which was neat. It's gonna be neat to see of every person. Well, I'll get that from Miss Naha to share on the news, but yeah, it was neat. There I am, where that guy's trying real hard to carry me. And if you zoom into that picture, my facial features pretty wild. It was funny. My dad saw that picture and said, "I'm not here carrying you." And I'm like, it was full of air. I was already off. I said, if you can carry Mr. Lamayas here, well, I was no problem. But as soon as you go into that tube, I know that air just hits you. It's just, and then your suit just bubbles up and everything, and then he takes you, pulls you out, and then he actually holds the back part of you, and then he kind of gets you used to the air, and then he eventually lifts you, and then you're flying. So that's where I am, flying on the top. So I don't know. I think it doesn't look proper, but it lifted me.
You were even eating your own bread, and then you were still able to fly, huh?
I know. So if you're planning on going there, make sure you fast before you go. So, and right here is a cool group picture of all of us. That was a really neat thing to experience. I have never, some of them have flown before. Mr. Lobayas to us, I think it was his third time. Mr. Davis, one in his video, it was cool because he must have done it correctly from the very get-go, because he was the instructor actually let him fly on his own, and little did he know he was flying, but it was just to a certain point, and then he took him up and then guided him. So we were going in circles and all of that good stuff. So we have not yet earned the privilege of going on our own, but yeah, I guess you can earn your way that way. After we flew, then we went into the classroom where the students were able to make some parachute. So it kind of went hand in hand with how we flew. So students were given a sheet, and they were to make a parachute, and then they had a contest at the end to see how it was gonna fly. Was it gonna just drop down? Was it gonna go down gently, or was it gonna just spin and flop? So they had a doobly string, paper, and paper clips. And so that's what they're doing right there. They're having their little competition. That was neat. After that, we went to Scottsdale to waterfront, and right there we just unloaded the bus at the crosswalk and going over to PF Chang's, and that's where we ate lunch. So we apologize, parents, but this is why it took a little bit longer. It was because we had to order and and get our food, and yeah, that was the end of our trip. But it was awesome. It was pretty neat to see, but We will share the videos. I would like to showcase them all because I think they just did little clips of everyone, and all of us were different. We were all flying different.
Mhm.
It was neat. It was really neat, and we didn't have our phones, so they kind of switched off to different people to give it to take the video. Whoever was done. So um, yeah. So if you want to go as a group, make sure you have someone there to take videos at the beginning. So but yeah, it was neat. It was really a neat experience. I've never experienced the iFly for sure. So something I think all of us staff members need to go to work together and become courageous.
Miss Bean said if she ever goes, she'll be the designated video taker.
Sure to record it.
She'll be the designated recorder.
Why she won't? You don't want to fly?
No.
Heights.
No.
Miss Sarah was the same, but it was just because of some other thing too. But she flew, but she was one that I didn't get to see either because I happened to take my gear back, and she was already had completed her flight, but it was like 60 seconds, I think. So it was just going right after another. And then some of them were able to fly twice because they paid for a little
25.
bit more. Yeah, so we filled up that gap. So it was cool. It was neat. If you're ever in Scottsdale, take advantage of that one of the days. And drum roll to our PARCC banner winners. Last night, our third grade came up on top, and they were the ones who earned the PARCC banner. So they'll be awarded, and I think they already had their ice cream social, so it might be, I'm thinking,
Brownies.
yeah. So third graders have been doing awesome. Yeah, so I'll need Miss Bean's help on that day.
Root beer floats. All right, sounds good. I think that wraps up our news for this morning. Hope you all have a good day, and we will see you all for Friday tomorrow. Asan ni tampi mo miyaji kani mahala kya kya malay ini.
Oy, asan ni tampi mo mayori kani mahala kya kya malay ini. Have a good day.
Bye, Bobcats. Have a good day.